All right, guys, welcome back. StickKidSports, episode 55 today. 55. I'm pumped. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Locked in. We got so much to cover, man. I'm juiced as always. We got StickKids swag. We got Chase Ford. And we getting after it on episode 55.
That's what we do. We get after it. We give the locks. We're in the lab. And we are getting surgical for you guys.
Yes.
And we're going to start it off just like last week. Busts of the week. Let me just get it started, because this ruined a 6-leg parlay that we made, that we posted for you guys on the gram, on the TikToks, the StickKids 6, okay? And it started out 1 p.m. We had 3 legs. 2 hit and 1 didn't, and that is the Ravens. My bust of the week started 10-3. A safety and 2 interceptions, 1 in the end zone to lose this one. Wow. Turnover city.
That's going to ruin you the game. You're up all game. It's a safety type of game. You know what I mean? It's 10-8, whatever it was.
Steelers type of game. I mean, it was typical Steelers.
Great defense coming out of that AFC North. Obviously, it seems as of recent that's the case. The Browns got a good D. Steelers, Ravens, Bengals.
Ugh.
But anyways, battle of the game.
Yeah.
We needed the Ravens.
We needed the Ravens. I mean, it was a 100 to win 800 if you put 100 on it, and it would have smacked if the Ravens just did their job. But they didn't. Bust of the week.
Bust of the week. It's a good one, especially for all those who rode StickKids 6.
Yes. My
bust of the week, well backstory. Chase and I, weekend, Saturday, we decided to go out, grab some food, go to a little sports bar.
Yes.
Went over, what was it? I always forget the
Walk-Ons.
name. Walk-Ons. Drew Brees started up this
Drew
restaurant.
Brees chain. It's Louisiana-style bar food.
Fire.
Tons of TVs everywhere.
It was great. You had a game on wherever direction you looked, one of those environments. So that was really cool, really cool. But we had a couple teams that we were riding, and those teams were consisting of the Kentucky Wildcats and
Notre Dame.
The Fighting Irish.
Yeah.
So, the Fighting Irish, for me, is the bust of the week. Now, guys, every single year since I can remember, Notre Dame is this team. They're just the best thing. They get the best recruits, blah, 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 blah. And again, same thing happens. They go against good competition. Yes, they have a hard strength of schedule, probably the hardest in the country up to this point. However, they cannot get it done against when the lights are just shining on them bright. No. Notre Dame is my bust, guys. They were looking. I mean, their offense can't move the ball down the field against a Louisville team. They're not amazing. They're 25th in the country.
They might be good. They might be good.
They played good. They
played really solid. They're very diverse. Louisville. They have a QB. They have an amazing wide receiver.
Yes,
they have a running back that played out of his mind. And he does that consistently. These guys are good, but they weren't tested yet, really.
Yeah.
So we thought Notre Dame, they've been tested. They should win by a touchdown. They just beat Duke by 1.
Yeah.
But we were wrong. Sam Hartman is absolutely awful. He should stick to modeling or something like that, because football's not for him, guys. I mean, he's 35 already, and he stinks. Stinks.
It was a lot of hype, man. Especially that first couple weeks. Ohio State game, they battled. It was a tough loss. You're like, all right, Notre Dame's going to go win out. They'll be in college football playoff contention.
Done with it.
They're done. That's it, guys. 2 losses. See ya, Notre Dame.
Run Estime the ball. Oh, my Lord.
That's another thing. I can't stand that.
I won't be betting on them ever again. I won't be betting on them. They have also
USC,
made the banned list. 2 teams in a row, both my busts of the week, are on banned list. Notre Dame for college and Giants for NFL. Banned list.
Can't bet on them.
Nope.
I agree.
Power ranking update for the NFL, guys. If you listened last week, we have the same exact list. Every team on here won. So we're going to keep it the same. I'm just going to read it off for you guys, not give the explanation. You guys can probably tell why they are here. 5 Lions, 4 Dolphins, 3 Eagles, 2 Chiefs, 1 San Fran. And that at our 6 and 7 spot, we had Cowboys and Bills, both lost. So it made our 5 even better.
Yeah, we contemplated the Lions squeaking in. We contemplated the Dolphins after losing.
to
the Bills in the week prior. But love our list. Love our 5. I mean, I'm even pushing Lions into conversation at the 4 now. I think it's a great list, though. I think Lions are just underneath the Dolphins in terms of how the team's been playing. Eagles are undefeated. Got to respect it. Chiefs are also just been a dominant force.
They have been.
They've really picked it up since they're L to the best team in the land.
Yes.
And then San Francisco is leaps and bounds for me, actually. A clear-cut number 1.
I'm honestly really worried that San Fran doesn't lose a game.
Yeah, I'm worried as well.
I don't see them losing a game.
They
look unstoppable in every way. I mean, their defense is unreal, and then they go on offense, and they're the most efficient offensive team I've maybe ever watched.
Yep. Brandon Ayuk, Mr. Irrelevant himself,
Debo Samuel, and Captain America.
George Kittle. I mean,
George Kittle, 3 touchdowns last week.
It's insane. They're getting everyone involved, and they're defensively on all
Nick
cylinders.
Bosa.
I mean, they are, yeah. They're great. I mean, they're great. When you have CMC clicking like this, staying healthy, I mean, you got a chance to win any playoff game, and let alone win the whole thing. They look insane.
Yeah, and shout out to you about maybe putting the Lions at 4. But, like, the Dolphins, to me, are just a better version of the Lions. Like, both just so explosive on offense.
Yeah.
Just the Dolphins are a little bit better at it, to me.
Yeah, they're better at it. I think the Lions, if we can somehow just keep cleaning up that D,
yeah.
I mean, it's just so tempting. But it's a great battle. I think those two going at it would be so fun to watch.
We might have the edge on defense. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. It's close.
It's close.
Yeah.
Hutchinson's just unreal.
I think if we keep up how we have been the last couple weeks in that direction, we would have them. So don't want to give it to us yet on that seal the deal, but yeah.
But if you look at the Lions in their division, man, it's looking really, really good. Like, if we throw this at this point,
yeah,
it's
Packers.
bad. Packers another round. They don't look
huge.
good. They do not look good.
Yeah.
Packers look bad.
They don't look great. Now you got Justin Jefferson out for multiple weeks.
Yeah. We need to talk about this. I forgot to add this, but Justin Jefferson, is he just quitting on the team?
Yeah.
Like, we need to, like...
He looked like he wasn't even hurt after he got out.
He did not look hurt. He was just standing there watching.
He's in the NFL. I hope to God he's not doing this to just make it about him. I mean...
He might be, Brad.
He might be, but it's just... Oh, gosh, I mean, come on.
I feel like the same thing could happen with Mr. Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Same scenario.
Yeah, maybe it's just Minnesota, dude.
Well, I do think Kirk will be traded this year, at the whatever, near the deadline or whatever it is. Because, I mean, Jets are looking for a QB. People are looking for him.
Yeah, I saw that, actually. See, that was some talk about.
There's a lot of talk about it. It's definitely not a hot take.
Right.
But maybe they're just throwing in the towel. I don't know. I mean, they can get last. I mean, they're doing terrible. So maybe they're just throwing in.
Yeah, they could. I mean, it's anyone's race for second in the NFC North.
Anyone's.
And the Lions decide to take over and get that number 1 spot, looking almost like it's locked in. But we got to just keep it up, man. We got definitely a harder schedule and game this week, so it's no guarantees to obviously lock it in. Knowing us as all those Lions fans out there know, I mean, it's tough to just say it's a lock.
Yeah, for sure.
So
going into our locks, though, the 6 most interesting games, we have listed them here and their spreads, and we're going to tell you what we lean. We're going to start it off with Thursday night football. Primetime games have been very rough overall.
Yeah.
And we might get another rough one here. Could be ugly.
Could be.
But maybe it'll be a lot of scoring. I might have hope for that in this one. Broncos versus Chiefs. Chiefs are favored by 10.5, guys. And I don't think that's much of a surprise here in this one. But which way do you lean looking at the lines as of right now?
Yeah, 10.5 is... It's always tricky because you look at it and you know it's going to be around 10 to 12 points. I know it is. I could tell you right now it's going to be about an 11-point ball game, and I'm going to be mad about it.
Could be.
If I lean one way or the other. But, no, I think the Broncos, it's just tough. I mean, as long as Travis Kelce's on the field and he's feeling good, I think obviously that ankle injury will be something to look at. But I think... if he's on the field, you got to ride Kansas City here. I know it's 10.5, and I know it seems a lot. And the Chiefs have been known to not really cover a bigger spread, especially this year. So I don't love what I'm doing, but at the same time, I don't want to put Broncos plus 10.5 when the Chiefs could easily blow them out by 15, 20 points. So I'm going to go Chiefs minus 10.5 on this game.
Yeah, Broncos, they have the worst rush defense in the entire league.
That too.
They are not good in their secondary either. I think that the Chiefs really can dominate them offensively. But defense-wise, I haven't really loved the Chiefs on their defense. It's okay, but it's nothing special. Broncos' offense is not that bad. Broncos' offense, Russell Wilson is doing a lot better than last year. Nothing great by any means, but he's doing better than last year, that's for sure. But, this is really tough. I do lean the Chiefs in this one just because I think their offense is that much better. I think their defense is definitely better than the worst in the league, like the Broncos. If the Jets can beat them by, one score, they covered. But I think the Chiefs can do it. I think it's going to be tight, though.
Yeah, I think it will be. Thursday Night Football seem to always be rough games.
Yes.
So we'll see if the Chiefs can maybe just stomp on it. Let's go Chiefs,
man. Last primetime game against the Jets, that was not pretty.
No.
Not pretty at all.
Not at all.
Mahomes had the worst game, I think. People have seen him in years from him.
It was horrible. So hopefully he decides to not let that primetime get to him, and now he's ready to go for this primetime.
Feed Pacheco in this one, and look for Pacheco rush yards. It's actually a taco right now on Prize Picks.
There we go.
Sunday spread, let's get into it. We're going to start it off with Ravens versus Titans. Ravens on the road, but they're favored 3.5.
Yeah, wow. Especially with the Titans, obviously getting a nice win against the Colts.
They lost.
Or no, they lost. You're right. The Colts got it done.
Yeah.
So they lost to the Colts, but we kind of talked about that. I think looking with the Titans again, I'm going to stick with my gut on this, and it's a home team in Tennessee. There, I like the Titans at home to win this game or at least cover, in my opinion. I like them to potentially win this. I think Ravens are very vulnerable. They just can't seem to get it just a full, 48 minutes of football together. And I think the Titans can do that at home. So I like Titans plus 3.5 in this game.
Yeah, I kind of lean that way as well. Just that hook is really nice right now. I think it'll go down as we get closer to Sunday.
Yeah, I think so.
So I take it now if you guys are listening to this, if you can, at that 3.5, I think that's a really nice spot to be in, to maybe even just lose by a field goal. Ravens, to me, are the better team, but Titans win at home. Mm-hmm. They do win at home. Ravens are banged up. Brutal loss last week. Did not look good. Zay Flowers, a lot of drops, a lot of slippage. Lamar, turnover machine last week. Yeah, it's a bounce-back spot, but it's also a bounce-back spot for the Titans at home. I like it.
Yep, I agree.
Seahawks, Bengals at home. Bengals favored, -3 after a dominant win against Hall of Fame Dogs.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I think dominant winning against the Cardinals. Again, Cardinals have stuck in games, but they're definitely not the Seahawks. Let's say that right now. I mean, this is interesting. Bengals with favorites. They are home. I didn't go with the Bengals last week, and it's the one week I haven't, and they win.
Yep, that's how it goes.
But Jamar Chase, they got him involved. I think that opens up T. Higgins. That opens up Mixon more. If they can keep getting Jamar Chase involved, I think they can definitely pick it up as a team. So I'll take them in this game. I think it's a tough one. I can't believe I'm going back to Cincy again, but I'll ride them. I think they might have had something click. It could not. It could be another fumble, and Burrow can't figure anything out. But I'll go with the Bengals -3.
That's just the Cardinals that we expected all year.
Yes.
So it's like, I don't know if the Bengals figured something out, if the Cardinals just lost it. I don't know. It's tough. I hate betting on the Bengals right now.
I hate it too, and I just did it again. It's so annoying.
I hate it. I also have not bet on the Seahawks yet this year, I don't think. And it's burned me every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
At Monday Night Football.
Lions and this both burned me. I like Jamar Chase a lot, but I hate what I'm seeing from the Bengals. At home, I do like that, though. And maybe you'll get push potential if they can just win by a field goal. I'm going to also lean the Bengals to win by that 3 points.
Come on, Bengals. I'd love to see a tight one. We need it for our fantasy team. Update on that was it was the worst performance you've ever seen out of fantasy. We put up a whopping 62.4 points, so that was fun.
Okay, but let's add this in. It was Chargers and Seahawks bye week. That's 4 of our players.
4 of our players, along with the fact that, we were already down 45, so we decided to not put in a running back and pick up a third stringer.
Javonte Williams did not play, so that gave us 0 points in one slot. Not that it mattered, but it just added on to even lower points.
It was horrible.
It was really bad. Might be record-breaking, but we look to bounce back.
We look to bounce back this week. That's why we want Seahawks to really push this one to the end, down the wire. Let's get Geno 4 touchdowns. Let's get DK 2, and now we're sitting amazing.
Yeah, why not? DK can do it. Bengals defense has not been anything special, that's for sure.
Let's attack.
Jags, Colts. Jags -4, just coming off a huge win in London to beat the Bills. They were in London 2 weeks in a row, and I think that really helped them out in that one.
Yeah.
I did think the Jags. I took the Jags, and they really looked great. That's the Jaguars that I've always expected to see. Trevor Lawrence in true form with Christian Kirk and Ridley both putting up great numbers. That's a great wide receiver duo, and Etienne went ballistic with 2 tutties, over 100 yards. They are a solid team, and I look to back them here again at home. Jaguars, I really like them. Just offensively, they're very good. Defense, they were able to do enough against the Bills to hold them back. Colts, they're coming in with Minshew starting this game. I don't hate it. I think that he's better as of now. Yes, Richardson has much more potential for the future. But as of right now, I think the Colts is slightly upgraded with Minshew starting. But the Jaguars are just really good to me. It's hard for me to not take them at home to win by 5 points.
Yeah, they can do it. The Jags, I think the smart bet's Jags, but if you know something that we don't, it's Colts, right? That's what we always say betting. But I'll take Jags -4 as well. I think the Jags have just looked good. They've really, the past couple weeks, come into shape, and they get a big win in London. I like the momentum carry here. They're back in the States, but let's go Jags. I think Trevor Lawrence kind of leading them along with Ridley really getting hot this week is a good pick, safe pick.
Yeah, I really like that as well. We're riding with the Jags, guys. T-Law is the future of NFL.
Yep.
Lions versus Bucks.
Oh, baby.
We are going to be there, guys. Shout out Brad and his fam coming down, getting me a ticket as well. Very generous of them. We will be there. The game got moved, initially a 1 p.m. game, to the 4 o'clock slate because it's game of the week, we think.
Yeah. A move in slate's definitely at least a top game, if not the game of the week. And honestly, the move, I don't think it even comes from the Lions. It comes from the Bucks being 4-1.
It is, yes.
It really is. Shout out the Bucks for playing good. They had a bye this week, so they're going to be well rested. I think this game is circle for Sunday, and I'm so excited to be in attendance. It's going to be fun.
I really worry for the Lions here, Brad, because they have 2 weeks of preparation on Lions.
I know.
That sucks. That is a big difference. They're coming in ready, and without Amon-Ra, I don't think we're going to have.
He's for sure out, right?
Not for sure. They're really keeping that under wraps. They won't say anything about it. I think he might even be done for the season. It's not good.
Yeah, that's such a hole that we can't fill with our roster.
It's unfillable.
And I think Raymond can give us a look, but no one's Amon-Ra. No one is at that Pro Bowl level of a receiver on our team besides him, and we got Laporta, who's been a really bright spot, but we need a guy in that slot on we talked about it, 3rd and 4. We need an Amon-Ra on the field, and we didn't have that in this game. We got away with it because we're playing Carolina. So this game really is going to show how much we need Amon-Ra. But which way are you going on this? This is tough. This is very tough.
If we had Amon-Ra, I'm taking Lions -3.5 all day. We also haven't had Gibbs, which I'm not going to lie, guys, I don't hate. The more Montgomery, the better, I think, for the Lions, to be honest.
Yeah,
he's just unbelievable what he's done with this line. It's crazy how much improvement you've seen from a Bear to a Lion. This guy looks great.
He gives me DeAndre Swift to Eagles vibes, but in Detroit, I love it.
It's funny how the different styles work different places. Gibbs would probably really thrive in that Eagles kind of different, Swift. He's more of a Swift type player.
Yeah, we like those. We like those big, strong running backs. Yep,
that's our thing, and it's working. It's working really well. I'm still going to take the Lions. I think they're a better team. At home, 2 weeks worries me. This is not something that I would say I'm extremely confident in, but I lean the Lions.
Yep, I think this game right here is going to show Detroit, us Detroit fans out there, really what the Lions are, truly, right? Like, we've seen them at home do well. We've seen them beat Green Bay and Lambeau for sure. And we've seen them
beat the Chiefs
at the Chiefs. So we have seen a definite assurance that Lions football is here to make the playoffs and make a run. Mm-hmm. But this is going to show how big that run could be, I think. On the road in Tampa, Tampa's look good. Baker Mayfield's hot. They're clicking. Evans looks the best he's looked in a few years. This Bucs team is really here to stay. So I think Lions get this win. I like -3.5. And I like Detroit to go crazy after this one to put us really in the conversation as a top 3 team in the NFL.
Wow.
Let's go.
I think this one's going to be extremely high scoring. I'd look for the over in this one. Lions and Bucs. Defense is inconsistent. I think that Baker's a stud. He just wants to win so bad.
Yeah.
I think this game goes over. I think you got a tight one. Definitely within a touchdown. Let's go Lions.
Let's go.
Monday night. Cowboys versus Chargers.
Monday night football.
Cowboys
baby.
-2. Hate it. Hate this game.
You hate it? I will.
Hate betting both these teams. I hate betting with the Chargers.
Yeah.
I hate betting with the Cowboys right now. But I'm going with the Cowboys just to give you why. Bounce back spot. I know the Chargers had a bye week, but with Austin Eckler just coming back, no Mike Williams, they're not the same team. And until I see Eckler back in full form, I'm not confident. The coaching at Chargers is terrible. Everyone knows that. Could be top 3 worst coaching in the league. Cowboys need a bounce back, and they have to win.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big time, honestly, one of the bigger games, though. I think Chargers, for their record, are better than they are, and the Cowboys, again, they're a good team, In the NFL, they're a good team. They had a bad loss, but they're not
the Niners.
They're not the Niners, correct. So this game, I will go opposite of Chase, though. I'm going to go Chargers. I think Chargers get it done. Home team perseveres with a bye week. Eckler in just creates a little different dynamic. We'll see how much he plays. I think Eckler, though, saying 99% he's suiting up and he's going to be a full force. I love the Eckler mindset, and I love what he does on the field. I'm going to take Chargers, but I expect this one to be really, really close. I do.
That's what we call a donation.
We'll see about that.
College football we're going to get into, guys. Last week, both of us had a record of 3-3 on our picks that we gave out. Not bad, but we got to be better going into this week.
We got to be better. I mean, this is must right here.
Started off hot and then got bad once we got to Kentucky ND. That's where we really took a turn.
Yep.
This week, we're going to be better than 3-3. Let's pick out the winners. The best game of Saturday, undoubtedly. Everyone's waiting for it. 3:30 circle game. Oregon versus Washington. This could be for a college football playoff berth. This one right here.
Yep, because now it's your college football playoff spot to lose.
Yep.
If you win this game, because now you go all the way, most likely to the Pac-12 championship, and now you lose that. Now it's tough. But I agree. This is a big time game.
Washington is favored by 3 at home. Penix and the boys.
Yeah.
Guys, this is so tough for me.
Uh-huh.
I see a lot of people so far leaning Oregon, some sharps that I do follow and do like to tail. But I am a Washington guy through and through. I think Penix is better than Bo Nix. I think that they have 2 very good wide receivers. I don't think that they're better than Troy Franklin on Oregon, but 2 of them is better than 1. I really like that duo that can just run slot. They can run deep. They have everything there. Washington has a pretty good defense. Oregon has a pretty good defense as well. It's going to be a battle. Probably going to end with who has the ball last and who can score with no time left. But I lean Washington.
So, what was the game Oregon we watched where their defense was just on
Colorado?
Colorado, yes, it was. I just can't get that out of my head. I'm like, are they just that good? Or is it, Colorado's not that.
No.
Not that at this level.
No. These are 2 college football playoff teams.
Yeah.
Colorado is not that.
So it's very tough for me to go away from just what I watched out of them. I think Washington offensively is better. I think Oregon defensively is better.
Okay.
And I think they're both close in both aspects, though. It's not like a huge, oh my gosh, it's Oregon D all day, or oh, it's a Washington O all day.
Yes.
So it's just very tough. And as I like to say in sports, defense wins championships. So I'm taking the dog on the road. I'll give it +3. I don't know. I don't have confidence that they'll even win. I think it could be literally, like you said, a somehow last score. For me, it's going to be Oregon. For you, it'll be Washington. But I'll ride the Ducks on the road. Big game, but defense perseveres in this one.
Yeah, I think that it can go either way.
Yeah.
I think it's really
It's
tight.
so hard.
I don't know how someone can say confidently that it's Oregon, that it's Washington. I don't think you can.
No.
I truly don't believe that. And we will see. It's going to be the game of the day.
Yep.
Let us know who you guys have in that one because, man, I just think it's a pick 'em. I truly do. I think the public's just going to be 50-50.
Yep.
I just can't imagine who gets this one done, but man, both these teams are box office to watch. I don't think they've finished a full game, either of these quarterbacks yet. They get pulled because they just smoke everybody.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be sweet.
Hyped.
Miami, the biggest choke of all time last week. Oh my gosh, if you guys didn't see it, the coach should be fired immediately. Not kneeling, and it cost you your season. Wow. You had the game.
That's so bad.
You had it. All you had to do was kneel.
That's it. It's game
That's
over.
it. It's wraps. And he didn't. Wow. It's literally from a movie that game was. And then Georgia Tech just bombed 50-footer.
You never know. I think these teams, they get some sort of steroid in them, and when they have the ball with a minute left. We were watching the Oklahoma Texas game. Oklahoma has 40 seconds. That's it, 40. And they get down the field in 28 seconds. What's going on, right? Hey,
Dylan Gabriel.
That could just be it. But again, regardless, when the time like that happens, the true character of players comes out, and there's some dogs, right? As they say in Colorado, there's some dogs and there's some ladies. And listen, I'm just gonna be honest. That was a choke artistry by Miami. So I personally will start us off. It's UNC, guys. It's UNC. I think Drake May is Heisman conversation for a reason. I don't think you overthink this one. I think UNC goes.
UNC -3.5 here as well. I'm very into Drake May. I'm very about their wide receivers. They just got Tez Walker back for last game as well. They didn't need him. They smoked a Syracuse team that people thought would hang around. Absolutely obliterated them. UNC -3.5. I do think Miami bounces back, but they don't lose. They don't win.
Right.
I think UNC still gets it done. USC versus ND. This is the battle of choke, the battle of mediocrity, the battle of offense versus no offense, no defense for USC. ND, I don't know what you even have, to be honest, and that's why I lean USC +2.5, and I said I will not be betting on Notre Dame ever again. Caleb Williams, it's your time, man.
This is collective. It's my biggest bust team of the week. It's your I'm never betting again. I have to say USC. You have the Heisman Trophy, most likely going to be 2-time winner on your team, and I have to go with that guy. I think defensively, I talk with Oregon's winning because of it. Notre Dame's defense isn't good enough for me to say that same thing. I think USC has enough firepower on offense to get this one done. But, this is an interesting game. USC hasn't looked perfect. Notre Dame has, miles from perfect against big competition. Another big test for them, and I think another loss for Notre Dame.
Yeah. I wonder do you know when they choose college game days? Is it, before season? Or is it...
It will actually depend a little bit. I think they definitely don't... They call it after the week's over, where they're going to be. But they a lot of times know at the same time. They'll say it and post it, not until I think the week's over, from what I know.
So they don't do it before the year?
No, they don't have every week lined up.
Okay. Because I would say that if they did, they would have had USC versus ND scheduled.
Yeah, and
it's
is it
not
Oregon?
Anymore. It can't be. It's got to be Oregon, Washington.
Right.
I would think so. There's no shot that it's got to... It shouldn't be by any means. It might be just because Caleb Williams is in this game, but there's no reason it should ever be. College game day should be at Oregon versus Washington.
I agree.
You agree?
It can't be. I mean, it probably was before, but ND's had, I think, already 2 college game days, so they do not
They've lost 2 games. I mean, they're not fun to watch. USC almost just lost to Arizona with a backup QB.
Yeah.
It's not pretty over there. UCLA versus Oregon State. Oregon State is at home. I love the Beavers. -4. I will be all over them. DJ, Ukulele, and the gang. I keep fading UCLA. They did prove me wrong at home against Wazoo. But Oregon State's really good, and they're good on defense as well, which Washington State is not known for that. But Oregon State's got it all. They have a running back. They have a decent quarterback in DJ. Not decent, but he's good. He's nothing crazy like Penix or anything like that, but he's good.
Mm-hmm.
I lean them.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, UCLA, big win. Washington State beats Oregon State earlier.
They did?
Now UCLA beats Washington State. But yeah, I think this is a split down the middle. Like each team will beat each other and lose to each other. So I got Oregon State to come out with this one. I'll go -4. I'm a little worried about it because I think UCLA could surprise, but I think Oregon State for more security reasons, not going too heavy on underdog. I don't love UCLA here.
I agree. Missouri versus Kentucky. Kentucky burned us, but they're 2.5 favorites at home, actually, not on the road. At home.
Yeah, so 2.5 favorites at home. This was going to be my other pick in terms of what I love this week for, you'll see soon, a parlay we're releasing. But I love Kentucky this weekend. I think they bounce back. Missouri also needs a bounce back after an LSU loss. But Kentucky, I think the run game is too solid. They go against one of the best run defenses in the country, get shelled. Georgia finally looked like Georgia. So Kentucky is ready and hungry against a Missouri team that also is, but more hungry Kentucky.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. These two teams play completely opposite styles. Kentucky relies on the run.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they do. And then Missouri is complete opposite. They rely on Brady Cook, Luther Burden duo. And man, it's fun to watch. But can they stop the Kentucky run? I think Kentucky might be able to stop Missouri's pass offense, a little more than Kentucky. I don't know. I think Kentucky's run game, I mean, Davis is just that good. And the home team, it's a bigger bounce back spot. I look for Kentucky to win this one. I think it's going to be one in those trenches. Kentucky.
Come on now.
Missouri's more fun to watch, but I'll lean Kentucky.
Yeah, I think you're right. More fun, but it's like Kentucky football's been solid this year.
It has. Arkansas versus Bama. Bama minus 19.5 at home. Arkansas plus 19.5. Lock it in. I choose them every week, no matter who they play, and they really work out.
So they had Ole Miss last week, and they did it. They gave us a cover.
Almost won.
So, yeah, I think Alabama isn't, in my opinion, 3 touchdowns better than Arkansas. I think Arkansas is a team that fights. They got a coach that I think just eats, sleeps, breathes Arkansas football. I love it. I think that they rally together. You got to go to Tuscaloosa. Oh, man, I think 17-point game is my prediction.
Okay.
Well, let's keep underneath 19.5. Arkansas Razorbacks. Let's go. Hammer spread.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bama is figuring it out.
Yes.
But have they figured it out enough for this spread? I don't think so. Arkansas is a decent team, guys. Like, they're good. They're not great. They can hang around better than this spread, for sure. Yeah. I truly believe that.
We'll see. I think this might move even a little bit now after this today. Yeah. I can see it.
They always do. Let's go Hogs.
Yep.
Now, what team would you want to see play live? College football, any team that you could go see. Who would you want to go see this year?
Yeah, there's some teams that definitely stick out to me in this one. But who's so exciting that you need to go watch them?
I know who it is.
You want to go first? I know you're going to pick.
You guys might know from the past episodes, but it's Colorado for me. Any day of the week. I know they're not the best, but they are the most fun to me. I think that there's just so much to play for, even though they're maybe not playing for a college football playoff.
Yeah.
They still have so much to play for. There's no energy like Colorado. At Colorado, the students going crazy.
They have the most hype
Yes.
around any.
I've never seen something like it. But,
Yeah.
I mean, man, going to that game, all the students rocking the shades. I mean, it's time. Prime time. I'd love to see a Colorado game.
I'd love to. That's a good pick. It's a pick that I think. Yeah. I mean, it's just fun.
Yeah.
They have that atmosphere. Oh man. You know who I want to see play now after what I just saw this week? This is going to be someone that maybe not everyone's going to think right away.
Really?
Boomer Sooners.
What?
I want to go to Oklahoma and watch
It's an
that
odd
team.
choice. He wants to go to Oklahoma.
I mean, random spot, but dude, this college football team is literally. I think they make the playoff this year. I think that they're the team that's a 4 that has a chance to beat a 1. Like Oklahoma Sooners are a fun team to watch. I think if this would be ideal, because I wouldn't say necessarily just because of Oklahoma location, but more the team for my pick.
Well, yeah,
obviously. But Texas, Oklahoma, if it was like at Texas, would be electric.
Yeah, sure.
Like that would have been a game I would totally have wanted to be at, but it wasn't. So, but I want to see Oklahoma play live. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I love their offense; it's dynamic.
Well,
they're fun.
Remember when their big wide receiver got hurt?
Yeah,
He's done.
that hurts. Well, but they have Dylan Gabriel, guys.
They do. But
So all prayers to him, all love to him. I got to go see him play.
sure. I mean, but it hurts them college football playoff wise when your
That
number
does.
one receiver goes down, because that
Well,
opens it up for the rest of the guys. It's really tough.
Is he out for a year?
Yeah, the whole year he's done.
That sucks.
Sucks. We went with Oklahoma last week. We like Oklahoma. Odd choice location-wise, but definitely a fun QB to go see play.
Yes, sir.
And they play so fast. I mean, really fun. Now, guys, introducing to you this week, we are going to be doing a Stick Kid community parlay. How this works, guys, is I'm going to choose my favorite lock of the week. Brad's going to choose his as well. And also, we are going to be picking out of certain people who submit. Any of you guys can submit every single week your favorite play of the week. You just send a video in to either our Instagram, TikTok, anything, and we are going to be choosing 2 random people, and they are going to make it into the community parlay for a 4-legger each week. We're going to ride it.
Go.
So this week we have 2 people that we are going to insert them in here.
Yep.
And you guys will see what it is. But we'll give our 2 locks, then we'll insert them. You guys will hear them pitch their play, and then we're going to lock it in.
It's going to be a ton of fun. And we can also add a couple more legs depending on what they look like on a given week, right? We have our Stick Kid 6. Maybe it's the Stick Kid Community 6, right?
Yeah, if we get, a bunch of submissions, maybe we'll bump it up.
We'll see.
If we only get like 1 submission one week, then it'll just be a 3-leg.
Right.
But I think we have a few people lined up for this week.
Yeah, we
it's
do.
looking like probably a 4-legger, so we'll insert those in. But I'm going to go with UNC minus 3.5.
Start the leg off right. I like the pick.
I already gave my spiel on it, so that's what it is.
Go Tar Heels, go Drake May. Let's get that one done. My pick, we talked about on the pod as well. Lions. Who's a better team than the Lions in an upgrade? Chase talked about it. Miami Dolphins. We have them at the 4 in the power rankings. They're coming in at minus 13.5 favorites. Lions beat them by more than 13.5. I got all the faith in the world. Dolphins will cover 13.5 spread at home as well. Let's go Dolphins.
Yeah, Hard Rock. It's going to be very warm. It's going to be awesome. Panthers, just not good, man. Just not good. Bryce Young is terrible. I like the Dolphins. I like your pick.
Let's go.
And then the other 2, I'm going to insert them right now.
Yo, what's going on, boys? My favorite play this week is definitely going to be taking Zay Flowers anytime touchdown. He's had a great start to his NFL career, but he hasn't scored yet. And he seems to be one of Lamar's favorite targets already. He was so close to scoring last week, and I think the Ravens bounce back, and I think Zay Flowers scores this week for sure.
All right, Chase, here we go. Here are the picks for tomorrow night's game. I think we all know it's going to be a blowout, so hopefully a quick $46.
So those are the 4 legs, guys.
Let's go.
Let's ride the community parlay and send your guys' favorite play in next week, and you guys might just be in it. Let's get some dubs, and that's going to do it for episode
Let's go,
55.
guys. Hey, ton of fun. We'll get that cooking more every week. You guys will enjoy that, I think. But more coming your way. StickKidSports this week. A lot of picks, a lot of takes, a lot of fun.
Yep.
That's what we do.
Like, subscribe, leave a comment, see what you're liking, tell us what you're not liking. But that's going to do it for us here, guys. Deuces.
Peace.